Good morning. Just gonna wait for a few people to jump on here. While I get settled too. Tuesday, 9 a.m. Vesperisms. I'm rocking my best 80s hair. Good morning, good morning. Hello, welcome. Just gonna wait another 30 seconds to get some more folks on here. How are you today? Hit the wave thing here. Always forget to do that. Today we're gonna be talking about work-life balance. So if you have any questions, please do comment on the subject of work-life balance. Maybe what you do, what you'd like to do, any questions you have about it. How's the weather where you are? Sorry, I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes here. Good morning. Hello there. Just gonna wait another 10 seconds or so to get some more people on here, but more people will always, more people always join a little bit later, so wait another 10 seconds or so. We're talking about work-life balance today, and so, hey, how are you doing? Great. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about work-life balance, and so if you have any questions or comments about work-life balance, I would love for you to comment below, and we're gonna get started here in a minute. Okay. So first of all, I wanna just thank all of you who joined the giveaway last week, and we have a winner we announced yesterday, and that was so much fun. It was really so much fun to get people excited about our beautiful literary box that we put together. That was awesome. So congratulations to the winner, Magsicle. Also, I am on Patreon, so I'm looking to expand what I'm doing here on Vesperisms and create more community around it, around these conversations. I want to go way, way deeper into the conversations about professional life and thought life, and so if you want to support me on Patreon, even $2 a month up to $100 a month, there's perks in it for you, and you can just go to patreon.com and look up Vesper Stamper or Vesper Illustration. And with that, we're gonna get started. No more time on that. Okay, so this past weekend, I had an overnight with two of my best friends, Cassie and Noelle. And in addition to the many, many things we talked about, it's like we sat there at the dining room table for like 3 or 4 hours. Like, how can you physically do that? But we did. Anyway, you know how it goes. Good morning. The conversation turned, we're all three of us are entrepreneurs, let's say, and business owners, basically. And so the conversation inevitably turned to our very busy and overstuffed lives. My friend Noelle has some amazing ways of managing her life and living with great intention, and she's going to be talking about some of those things this fall. I'll be talking about that, about what she's doing. But she lives life with such great intention, and so do I, but sometimes the intention and the practice don't always line up, you know? So one of the dirty little secrets about being a freelancer is that it's not all just like, yeah, roll out of bed and like work in your pajamas and be sipping your coffee all day. It's a great life. I mean, there are moments like that too, but more often it's just that you're so tired you don't want to get out of your pajamas. But one of the dirty little secrets, as I was saying, is that you never get to go home from work. It's always there staring you in the face. There's always something more you could be doing. And if you have kids, or if you have a husband, you can quickly become one of those parents, like on those commercials where, you know, you're typing away at your email or something and your kid comes over and it's like, Mommy, I want you to play with me. Or if your kids are older like mine, it's like they have a issue they want to talk to you about, and you're like, they're just begging you to give them attention. You're like, hold on, just let me finish this email. Just one more minute. I have to finish this brush stroke. And you know, you're just praying to God that like nobody's recording you in one of those moments and is gonna, you know, show it to you in 20 years and show you how you like wasted your life and stuff. So I was thinking recently, this really gave me a lot to think about, this conversation with my friends. And I remembered that when I was little, my grandmother took me to a funeral. I must have been like 5 or 6 years old. She was a real estate broker and she had a million colleagues. And she took me to this funeral. And all I remember about the guy that died was that he was very, very white, white hair, white face, very puffy. I just remember him being like very puffy looking. Sorry if this is a little graphic, but it's going somewhere. And I remember turning to my grandmother and saying, "Grandma, why did he die?" And she said, "Well, honey, he just got tired." Well, that stuck with me. That has stuck with me for this whole years that I've been alive, right? And I've thought about this from time to time in regards to my own career because I'm tired frequently, almost always. And I'm a workaholic. I think what she meant was that this guy was a workaholic and that he worked himself into the grave, literally. Well, I'm a workaholic too. And when you are a freelancer and you're always working at home and it's always staring you in the face, um, that is a fear, that you're gonna waste your life if you don't get some meaning in it. So, I'll push myself to like 11, 12, 1 in the morning sometimes on a project, like day after day, week after week, month after month. For years, I have been doing this. And there have been times where I've, pressed the reset button and realized that I need to change these things, but my previous attempts have kind of fallen short. I'll be good for a few weeks, maybe a few days, but I haven't been able to build into my life the kind of meaningful, like rich life that I want because I'm always working. And I'm really tired of hearing people say about me, well, you know, um, she's always busy. She's always tired. She struggles with health problems, da 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 da. I don't want that said about me anymore. So as I was driving, back from my time with my friends, I was really pondering this, really giving this a lot of thought. I chose not to listen to anything on the drive home. It was a really long drive, and so I was thinking about these things that we do, right? We say we want to like, okay, we're gonna do this, this, and this that only take 30 minutes a day, like just 30 minutes at the gym or a 30-minute walk, 30 minutes for prayer or meditation, 30 minutes of just time with my husband, sitting on the couch. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome. We're talking about work-life balance today. Yeah, so like it only takes like 30 minutes to read a novel or 30 minutes to make yourself a healthy meal, or if you're really on it, just another 30 minutes at night to, do yoga before bed, right? Well, if you add all those 10 things up that are 30 minutes each, it's like another part-time job. And then it just becomes another thing on your long to-do list that where you feel like your life is just as crazy with the breaks that you're taking as without them, right? If you know what I'm talking about, like please comment and let me know how this is working out for you because I'm trying to figure this out too. So I was like, how could I kind of short circuit this and I don't know, hack this problem, right? Well, instead I decided to make a list. I dictated to my phone a list, not of the things I should be doing: exercise, reading, making a healthy meal, yoga, whatever. Instead, I decided to make a list of what makes me happy. Just the things that when I'm in my happiest moment, when I feel like I'm most alive and I'm most connected, what are those things that make me happy, right? And I tried to, just for a minute, just separate that from a to-do list of any kind and just say, no, I'm not even going to think about this as like things I want to incorporate into my life or into my freelance practice. Like, no, I'm not even going there. Just what makes me happy. Okay, I'm going to read you my list. Okay, it's so simple, right? Sitting in a chair by the window, walking in nature, getting enough sleep, drawing and painting, vibrant and truthful worship in my community, being together with my family, feeling in control of my diet, traveling to the UK, getting to a cool place in the summer because I hate summer so much, seeing live music, especially classical and especially chamber, going to the cloisters, a good long time of gardening, like not the 20 minutes of pulling weeds, but like a good long saturated time of gardening. Playing music when I was playing music and really singing. Being with my kids while we all create our own things together, you know? Yeah, I can see that you're resonating with that. So I was like, wow, these are really actually quite simple things. They're not things that, you know, are time sensitive necessarily. They're more qualitative than quantitative. So I kind of tweaked this list as I was thinking about it, and I thought, okay, well, what would make me feel happy on a daily basis? All right. So instead of thinking of like, oh, it only will take me 30 minutes to make a healthy meal, well, what would really make me happy is spending minimal time making healthy food that I don't have to think about later. Okay. Enough time praying and reading scripture to feel nourished. So maybe not like, oh, I'm going to sit myself down for 30 minutes, but just like enough time for it to feel nourishing. For me, my joy comes from drawing and painting. And that, instead of thinking of it as like, oh, my job 8 hours a day is to be drawing and painting, it's like, okay, well, I want to draw and paint just large amounts of time every day. So not time sensitive, but just enough to feel like I'm getting the nourishment I need out of it. Listening to more music and less talk. I listen to a lot of podcasts and lectures and things like that every day. Hey, how are you doing? And Deborah, I'm going to get to your comment in just a minute. Yeah, so like toning down the talk that's in my ears and more music in my ears. Truly gathering my family together once a day and hearing how they're doing. So we do have family dinner every day, but just turning my attention to like how the people in my life are doing instead of just like getting through dinner or making sure, I don't know, whatever. Taking a walk in any kind of weather, even if it's 5 minutes. Making sure my house is clean and fresh, and that it's closed down at night. And then ending the day quietly with a real book, a candle, and some sort of like soothing little creature comfort. All right. So those are the things that I feel like would make me feel like I had a rich and meaningful daily life. But do you see how the difference is that they're not time sensitive? They're not like, we read these blogs and stuff and they always tell us, oh, just 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. It's like nothing. But again, like I said, if you add those 30 minutes a day up and it's 10 things, you'll never be able to accomplish those things. And then you always feel like you're falling behind, right? So what I'm trying to do, and I'm in the middle of this, okay? I'll let you know how it goes, but I'm just trying to think, okay, in the moment, how can I do something that makes me happy? And I think some of us feel like, you know, we're not allowed to. It's like we have to be productive, we have to tick all those things on the list, but I'm tired of living that way, guys. I don't know about you. I am really tired of living that way because I'm tired and I don't want the last thing that's said about me, like this guy that at the funeral my grandmother took me to, like, oh, well, she was just tired and that's why she's in the casket. Like, oh my God. Can you imagine a worse thing? No, like I want to be able to, at the end of my life, you know, or at the end of my day for that matter, for to be able to say about myself or for others to be able to say about me, you know what, she lived a rich and meaningful life with intention and she loved people well. That's it, you know? So, okay, I'm going to read Deborah's comment here. Sorry, my words failed. As an independent business person, I struggle with my business always being in my face too. Working from home, you're right, you can never escape. I like how you're coming up with a doable list. I want to say, like, let's try to think of it less as a list, as a doable list, than just moments of happiness. You know, like, yes, make your list of what truly makes you happy, but don't think of it as a to-do list. Just think of it as a quality list. Like, okay, because some of us never even ask that question, what makes us happy? Or what makes us feel nourished, or when do we feel most alive? And I think that's the question to ask, right? So anyway, that's all I had to talk about today. I chose not to talk about a character from What the Night Sings for that reason. Just I wanted to really delve into this. So, and great, Deborah. Yeah, take baby steps. That's what it's all about. So let me know, what are the things that make you happy? Message me and let's keep the conversation going. And again, I want to take this conversation to Patreon and start creating a community around these conversations. So if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon for as little as $2 a month up to $100 a month, we can not only expand these conversations, but you can help me to take these conversations to the public. So and also help support my my artwork. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and that you do something today that truly makes you happy, just even if it's just for a minute. All right, here's to life. L'chaim. Bye.